The sweet, sweet sound of a Dmaxryno. What's up and good afternoon, guys? Welcome back to another video. So tomorrow we've actually got, of course my phone starts ringing right in the middle of filming. It's our good buddy Chris. So like I was saying before we were so rudely interrupted, tomorrow we've got another big truck car show drag event going on. I'm actually thinking this one's gonna end up being bigger than the last one we went to. So in doing that, obviously, you need to do a lot of prep before you go to one of these shows. And if you guys have never been to a show, it can be a little bit intimidating. Hold on, I think there's something on the camera there. All right, we're good. It can be a little intimidating showing up to a show for the first time, especially if you're rolling by yourself. We've got it down now to where we roll as a pretty big group. So obviously, you know, it's a lot less pressure and attention on you to do the right thing. So today we're gonna go over a little bit of how we get prepped for the shows and things that you guys should know before you go to your show. And today kind of sucks because I'm down 2 fingers. Obviously the 2 fingers that are probably sitting there twitching right now. I think I stretched some ligaments in them yesterday or something, but they are just brutally painful since last night. I'll get some more on how that happened when we get to the warehouse. We're gonna run to Pep Boys right now. We need to get some more of the kind of quick spray detailer. Gotta love California small parking spots. This counts as technically between the lines, right? I mean, it's kind of like doubles tennis. You know, the second line counts if you're bigger.
Thank you.
Cool. So Josh might be mad at me, but I just used the Meguiar's quick detailer because it's in stock at most local Pep Boys and it's quick when you need it last minute. Well, it seems to never fail when you come to Pep Boys. No employees ever at the checkout counter, and they're all like acting like a bunch of kids. They're all in their like 30s too. They act like a bunch of kids. They're calling each other back and forth on the phones, giggling, and then nobody comes to the checkout counter. And then you go to the parts department and they're like, yeah, dude, no, we can't check you out. Oh, look, somebody's coming over there. They'll check you out. So the reason I got the spray detailer was for when you get to the show, depending on how far you have to drive, whether your truck is trailered or whatever type of vehicle you have. If it's in an enclosed trailer, you're probably fine. But typically around here, we have to drive about 2 hours to shows. And once you get there, depending on the show, actually the last show we went to, they actually had a detailer on site that would wash your truck for you. But you know, if you've already paid to wash it or paid to detail it, you don't want to do it again. But always carry some detail spray with you just for some light touch up. You obviously don't want to do that on a dirty car, but if you got a couple of bugs on the front of your truck or something like that, that's why we always carry spray detailer and a bunch of clean microfibers. All right, we have made it over to the warehouse. Looks like Wes is here. Oh, looks like Chris is just pulling up too. Some lights on in here. So, show you guys real quick how I hurt myself yesterday. I was at Home Depot, and typically from time to time Home Depot have like a decent looking toolbox for pretty cheap. And yes, I know this is no Snap-on, but I'm also not gonna spend Snap-on prices on a toolbox, especially because I'm not a mechanic, nor would I if I was a mechanic. But they had this pretty sweet Husky toolbox there, and I think it was like 360, 370 bucks. And so I bought it, obviously, and then when I went to go load it up, one of the pro loaders was like, yeah, we got this sweet machine that'll like pick it up and put it in, or we just grab it by hand. And you know, I'm a fan of smarter, not harder, but I'm also a fan of like get it done quick so I can get out of here. So I'm like, okay, dude, let's just pick it up. So I go to pick up the front side over here, and this dude just like jams it up, and all the drawers start to pull open. I'm like, yo, dude, like, hold up, man, we gotta get these drawers back. So in my effort to like fight against him lifting it up, I totally stretched 2 things out in these fingers. I don't know what happened, but definitely sucks. But hey, you know, at the end of the day, we got us a decent toolbox. Got the built-in power strip on the side there with some USB ports. For the price, dude, you can't really beat it. And I had actually just the other day bought a little tool set from Home Depot just to have here, and not knowing I was going to be buying a toolbox. Well, hey, you just open your tool set, throw it inside here, and now you got tool holders perfectly set up in the drawer. So all the people from down here that are running up with us tomorrow to the show, I believe there's 4 or 5 trucks, I think, that are running from down here. We're going to meet up, obviously, with the larger group once we get up there, but everybody's meeting at the warehouse today to give all their trucks a pretty decent wash prior to the show. Now, one thing I did learn about truck shows, depending on the caliber of the show you're going to, but from seeing the last show, like, you don't need to spend like 800 bucks to get your vehicle detailed before you show up to most of these shows that are put on. Half the trucks showing up there are already dirty, or they're still dirty. Nobody really cleaned them. I gave my truck a pretty decent wash last time, but certain spots, like in the airbag buckets, actually had some like sand sitting in it. And when I was at the show, I didn't want to use the spray detailer and wipe it because I didn't want to scratch it, and I didn't have water to hose it out with. So I ended up just leaving some of the sand in there, and you know, still ended up winning best lifted. So little details like that. I mean, obviously you want to do a pretty good job of cleaning it, but don't get fooled into thinking that Like, unless you're going to a really high-end show, you need to sit there and pay somebody Uber money to detail your vehicle before a show. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
What up?
Fresh with the tune or what?
I know. It's all good, right?
Watch out, Wes. You see that, Wes? Watch out, buddy.
I'm going to be keeping up with 5.3s now.
I'm not as cool as you guys over here. I didn't know that was the car wash attire.
Once I get out of work, the boots come off.
I hear you.
Then it's all about comfortability.
Comfortability?
Comfortability.
Coming in with the fresh tune. Literally just left the tuner, right?
Yeah, just left the tuner. Just got here.
Nice.
I got some E85 for 85 cents.
In this water container back here?
Oh, yeah, non-authorized.
That is not authorized for fuel, sir.
Yeah, brand authorized.
Apparently there was just a sale for E85, right? Was it just today only?
Yeah. The company that supplies it for Southern California, Pearson Fuels, they do flash sales, and it was 85 cents a gallon for like 4 hours.
It must be nice. I wish diesel would do that from once in a while, you know? Fire this thing up. You guys may remember Wes had the most obnoxious exhaust out of the whole group. Some may say it sounded like a clapped out 5.3, but you know, it had the balls to back it up, so it's not that bad. But he eventually got sick of having that loud exhaust life, huh? You're over it?
Absolutely tired of it. Just annoying after a while. So
alright, well,
I ended up going with the going back to a straight single 3.5-inch piping back from the headers, and then a Borla XR1. Cleaned it up, and it's, you know, manageable, a little reasonable to while you're driving.
Oh yeah, way quieter.
I'll give it a
Little tappy tap. Don't get scared. Still gonna be able to beat 5.3s out of the track.
I don't think it hurt me performance-wise.
Okay.
Honestly.
I mean, well, are you racing tomorrow?
Oh, is there a race? I don't know.
There is. There's drag racing tomorrow.
He's got the pedal commander, so.
Oh, dude, he won.
You better launch a 4-wheel because you're gonna break that bad boy loose real easy with the pedal commander.
We'll see.
Uh-oh.
Are you gonna bring your other tires?
I was thinking about it.
I'll bring mine.
Uh-oh.
For the rear only.
Then I'm in. Let's do this.
All right.
I mean, I'm not doing anything, but I'm in. Let's get the pressure washer set up, all up and running. Hook up our hose to our wand. Pull out some hose. Turn the pressure washer on. And let's go. All right, so I've completely washed my truck now, and a lot of people asked in the last video that I show what the truck looks like when it's dry because of the spotless system that we have over there with the deionized tanks. And I mean, really, there's not much to show other than the fact that it's a spot-free dry truck, but I'm gonna let this dry and I will show you guys when it's done that it really does not leave. I mean, you can already see on that black window in the sun, there aren't any water spots on it. So it's definitely a huge improvement. I'm actually gonna end up pulling the truck into the warehouse right now so I can give the wheels a little bit of a waxing to take away some of the spider webbing that they got on them. And everybody else is just gonna line up and start washing some rigs. Now I thought I washed my stuff fast. Just watch, Chris is gonna set a record right now with how fast he washes it. Go Chris, go! Go Chris, go! Where's your bikini? All right. And the good thing with the spotless system is that aside from any soap spraying, like Chris's overspray right now, obviously my truck's back pretty far back here, but any overspray coming off of the pressure washer that may get in and hit your truck, if you're washing multiple vehicles in your driveway, it's not gonna affect it because it's spotless water, so it can land on the truck all day long. As long as there's no dirt on it, you're not gonna see any marks. So typically I do one side of the truck at a time, especially right now. The sun is hitting this side of the truck pretty hard that you don't want the soap to start to dry, just, making you have to redo it. So I typically hit one side with the foam cannon, wipe it, then spray it off, then come to the other side. Chris just beats through it. He's gonna handle it all right now, right, buddy?
Yep.
Ain't no time to waste, right? Time is money, Chris.
Time is money.
Time is money. And then we'll let Josh fix the scratches later, right?
Exactly.
So I went ahead and just did a light coat of wax on the wheels. You can probably see it's still a little hazy on there. It's still waiting for it to dry. The wheels weren't too bad. They just had a little bit of micro scratches in them. So I don't know what this crap is. All I know is it smells like a urinal cake, and not in a good way, if there is a good way to smell like a urinal cake. So we'll see. Hopefully it does the trick. I don't know. It's Pep Boy stuff. So go ahead and wipe it off this wheel. This is your first time using a foam cannon?
Yes, it is.
And the DI9 setup?
Yeah. Thanks, Ryan.
You're about to see how much easier your life is right now. You'll be a good testimonial. We've all been using similar setups to this for a while now, so Brian has never used a setup like this. It's the first time washing his truck like this. We'll see how he likes it compared to the normal methods that most people wash the vehicle. Starting to stack up some clean trucks around here. What do you think, buddy? How's your first experience with the DI9s and the spotless foam cannon?
Super easy.
You sold on it?
Yeah. I can't tell the difference, Brian, honestly. I think you should have had Josh over here to
oh,
do it for
jeez. Look at him. Wes always stirring up crap, man. Nobody's ever good enough for Wes.
It'll be good enough for me when he does my truck for me.
Yeah, hold on. You're talking crap to the guy that's about to wash your truck for you.
Why are you going to change my oil?
How did he negotiate? How did he negotiate you to wash his truck for him? What do I got to do?
He's going to change my oil.
Oh, he's gonna change your oil? Wes has got the dirtiest truck of everybody here. But don't worry, he's got his detailer Brian on it. Let's see how well this thing turns out.
Team military muscle, I think he can handle it.
Oh, let me see those guns.
Huh?
Show me a little flex. Show me. Woo!
Let's see how fast I can do it.
Hey, take your time. All right, yeah, you just race. It's not your truck. What do you care? Just race through it.
How fast we can change the oil? I'll leave the plug out of the fucking oil pan.
Dang, Chris. Just washed it and he recklessly foam cannons all over your truck. How do you feel about that?
You have to do it all over.
You gotta do it all over.
Uh-oh.
Hey, Brian, you got me?
Got you, dude.
Yeah. What happened to you washing Wes's truck? Wes, what happened, buddy? I thought Brian was watching your truck.
I don't know. Wes said I wasn't good enough.
You fired him or what?
Nah, he just gave up.
You want something done right, you do it yourself?
I guess.
Wes needs your help, guys. He's got a little bit of well, I don't know. He needs your help choosing. Wes, what do you got going on?
All right, so as everybody knows, the High Country comes with a lot of chrome trim on it. I seen an all black truck that looked really good, and kind of got me thinking, should I black out all the chrome?
To me, I think color matching everything's cool, but certain people pull off chrome, and this truck looks cool the way it is as well, but Wes needs you guys' help. Clearly the man is struggling to make a decision, so everybody leave a comment down below what you guys think he should do. Should he keep the chrome, or should he go ahead and black everything out? Everybody's all washed up. Well, I guess washed up and taken off. So, a couple other things to keep in mind when you're going to these events or these car shows or truck shows. You know, I buy a quiet pressure washer so I don't anger the neighbors, and then we got trucks that anger the neighbors. Luckily right now it's all after hours, so nobody's here. But a lot of truck shows and car shows, you gotta keep in mind whether or not like certain banned things that they let you bring in. The last show we went to was actually super open, and I was surprised they let us bring in coolers, barbecues, all that, and it was amazing. And the show we're going to tomorrow is no coolers, none of that stuff, so you gotta kind of plan accordingly. If you're gonna try and bring certain things in, make sure you stash it good in your truck, because a lot of these shows, they'll actually search your vehicle to make sure you're not bringing in alcohol or anything like that. And I have to say, I'm really jealous of a lot of events that happen like on the Midwest or back East. Seems like they're a lot more open and allow you to do a lot more things, whereas everything that happens out here is so regulated. Like, you know, some of the big concerts or big country festivals or whatever back East, like you could bring golf carts, bring your four-wheeler. If it starts raining and the parking lot turns into mud, everybody's having fun in a big mud pit. Out here, they'd be like yelling at everybody to grab sandbags that contain the water in the parking lot. Don't let any runoff happen. And you can't do anything. You can't bring anything. You can't have any fun. And I get that a bunch of the, you know, knuckleheads out there ruin some of this stuff for everybody. But to me, like, it takes away from an event when it is so regulated and so strict. So we're going to see how tomorrow is. Seems like I said earlier, it seems like this one's a lot stricter than the one we went to previously. But, you know, as long as we can cruise around on our fat scooters and have a good time, we'll be all right. Now, for me, going to a car show is a lot more involved because I have to bring, obviously, all of my camera equipment. I've got to bring my little hoverboard over there so I can go around and get my cinematic shots. I got to remember to bring batteries. I got to remember to bring chargers. I have a lot of stuff that I have to bring. But if you guys are going to be going to an event and you want to remember it or take some nice pictures for your Instagram or whatever, and you want to bring some camera equipment, make sure you bring enough batteries or chargers to last you throughout the day. I don't even know where it is. I actually use a power bank from Sick Rocks, the same guys that make my earbuds, the wireless earbuds that I use. They actually sent me a power bank and the earbuds, and I use that power bank to keep all my camera batteries charged throughout the day. So make sure you don't run out of battery, especially for your phone or whatever it may be. Also, make sure you bring chairs, you bring somewhere to sit. These events go on for a long time. I think the one tomorrow is like an 8-hour show. That's not counting getting there early. So depending on the event as well, sometimes you can't leave till the event's over because they don't want a bunch of vehicles driving in and out when there's people walking around. So that's why they have a load-in pre-show, and then obviously they wait till after the show and they let the vehicles out. And especially if you're bringing a vehicle that you've entered in to win a trophy or whatever, they don't typically do that till the end of the show. So it could be absolutely grueling waiting around until the time that they go and hand out trophies. So if you've never been to a truck show, I do recommend taking your vehicle out there. It is a lot of fun. You get to meet a lot of really cool people. And kind of the way that our crew developed was going out to shows, meeting new people, and then now we roll into a show with a pretty big assortment of trucks to where now, I don't want to say they cater to us, but they give us a little bit more choice on where we set up, how we set up, all that kind of thing. So there's definitely strength in numbers. So get out there. I know a lot of people are saying, man, I wish I had some nice trucks in my town, or I wish I had buddies that had nice trucks. The best thing I could say is, use Instagram, find people that are local, go out to truck meets, meet people. It's a really cool experience. And don't be intimidated. I was a little bit intimidated the first car show that I ever took my truck to because you don't know what you're doing. You don't want to look like an idiot. And there's a lot of people with really nice vehicles. So, make sure you're courteous and cautious around other people's vehicles, and you should be fine. It's a really welcoming community, if you get in with the right people. So I'm gonna finish up packing here, getting the BBB all ready to go, and then tomorrow's the big day. So as always, thank you guys so much for watching my channel. If you have not subscribed already, please click the subscribe button now, that way you do not miss out on any future content. Don't forget to give this video a like, aka a thumbs up. Don't forget to check out workforapparel.com. Wait, where is it? There it is. Because if there's anything you want in this life, you gotta be willing to work for it. You guys are the best. I'm out.
Damn. Yeah. Yeah.